Okay, so let's go right into it. I'm going to talk about this because Thanos makes an appearance in this, and I was so excited. I was like, yay! Okay, on to you. You just see the back of his chair, and they're talking to him, or they're talking about him like, fuck, are they just going to show the back of his chair again, and then he's going to go, he's going to see part of his face? No, he turns all the way around, you actually hear him talk and see his face move. I was like, yeah, he kind of looks like Jeff Bridges. He's like a wrinkly Jeff Bridges.
He did look like Jeff Bridges. I mean, I want to talk about this too, but I just want to tell you, Jay, what you just did was like walking into a bed with a naked woman in it, and just taking your pants off and trying to stick it right in. You just jumped right in the middle of it all.
If she got, hey, you know what? She got paid up front, so
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie.
Squeeze the juice.
Squeezing it hard.
Squeeze the juice.
If she got paid good money, don't worry about it. There's no foreplay. Just boom. Rip off the panties.
Yeah, so it's a spoiler review. And Thanos, yeah, but no, seriously, if we're gonna do it like that, we're gonna talk about Shaquille O'Neal and Freddie Got Fingered.
He was in that?
Yeah,
Shaq was
in that. But no, if we're gonna talk about Thanos, yeah, dude, he looked badass. He looked awesome. It was the same face that you saw in the Avengers 3, but when you're watching it, it's almost too much. You're just like, why is this happening right now? I wasn't prepared for this. I knew that Thanos was probably gonna be in the movie, but when it came on screen, I was just like, I've watched the scene of him in Avengers so many times, the little quick snippet, when he kept talking and they kept showing him, I was almost like, stop. You're not supposed to, it's supposed to end after a few seconds.
I think I was kind of like, I just thought it was so cool to finally see that villain that's going to be like the Infinity Gauntlet, because the actual Infinity Stones are introduced in this, and you know that guy's going to be the main fucking antagonist in the Avengers 3, and he's going to be the World Ender guy. It was just like one of those things, like you're just sitting there and you know it's coming, that scene, they're talking about Thanos, it's like, he wants to see you right away, it's like, oh my god, but it's like a clown just bursts in your face, like, oh, and you're like, you're just like shocked,
it's like when it pops on screen.
I know, you're just like, wow, we all float down here, and you're like,
But yeah, no, dude, I was so psyched to see the gems finally. You actually, when they popped open the ball of life and you saw the gems,
I love it.
Just like, this is real, like this is happening. It's just another one of those moments that make you cream your jeans when you say, make you shit your pants, and you say, this is what I read, and it's coming to life. I don't even care about life anymore when that happens.
It was a purple gem, and I think that's the space gem. Then we have the soul gem, then we have the power gem, then we have the mind gem, and then we have the time gem.
You know what we don't have?
Shut the fuck up,
sex gem.
Shut up! So, yeah, eventually, you know, Thanos puts all that together, have the Infinity Gauntlet, so that was cool. You actually see the gem, it's real, it's out there, now we're going to get something else. I mean, if you want to see a little jokey thing, they just kind of slap your face around. They don't care. It's Howard the Duck at the end.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, obviously these people will see it, so
it was just like,
some people are going to be fucking stoked about it. I can give a shit.
But you know what?
When I want something at the end of a Marvel movie, I just want, I want it to tie in, god damn it. And Howard the Duck's got nothing to fucking do with it.
He was a Marvel character and he got ruined in the 80s. But yeah, you know what? I think it was actually maybe, I wasn't that disappointed because I was a little bit, I was hoping to see a little bit extra with Thanos, but it did fit in with the flavor of the movie. Yeah. It's like a jokey thing. It's kind of like a sarcastic, you know, tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. Like, hey, we're Guardians of the Galaxy, we don't care. You know,
Batista's freaking hilarious. He's got awesome comedic timing. Everybody in the movie's fucking funny as hell. Michael Rooker was badass as Johan Sentonowitz. Pete Serafitz. Everybody in the movie's funny. All the little roles are good. The movie's freaking badass. But the Infinity Gem was really the main thing that they tied into. They show the Nova Corps and stuff like that. Which, I mean, I wasn't like balls deep into that, but
Richard Rider wasn't in it. I thought he was going to actually make a little tiny cameo.
Because he's in the toys. They released the Marvel Legends toys because Iron Man's in that too.
I read the comic book, son. Don't worry about that. How did you do that? You picked it up. You're not worthy. But I'm just saying, I thought Richard Rider would have made like a little small cameo because eventually him and Star-Lord do become friends. And I really hope that if they do make a Nova movie, they fix the fucking helmets on those Nova Corps because they look like shit. They look like, remember Steel Shaq's helmet? That's what they look like. They just look like concrete bullshit helmets. They're like, I got this, it's a styrofoam. And it doesn't even work.
I feel like I should know this, but I don't know who Peter Quill's dad is.
I don't know
who.
I know I've read the comics. I can't remember him either. And also, there was no you get Ronan, so you obviously know the Kree's there.
Super badass Ronan.
We didn't see the Skrulls, which eventually they'll make a big appearance. I'm assuming, but I thought maybe you'd also get a little cameo by Marvel, Captain Marvel, because he's a huge character too, and there was no mention of it.
You felt like it was going to be, and it never happened. But
there was a lot. I mean, so listen, the whole story is basically centered on Peter Quill when he's a child. His mother's dying of cancer, which is a touching scene. He's a little kid, and that's where that tape player comes into effect. Yeah. You know, he keeps that. That's a keepsake from his mother, and he gets taken up into this ship by these Ravagers or these space pirates, and he learns how to be a pirate and a scoundrel, like a Han Solo kind of guy. Flies around the galaxy, thieving shit. Meets up with those guys.
Michael Rooker, who's like jazz flute player of superheroes.
Yeah,
I like his redneck voice. Like,
I know, but he's an alien. He's an alien. Like, are you from Alabama? Are there aliens down there? But yeah, maybe there are. I don't know. It's kind of crazy down there sometimes. But yeah, he gets taken. He gets like a rapture. He meets up with Gamora, Drax, Rocket, Groot. They all form up. They want to stop Ronan the Accuser, and that's pretty much the movie in a nutshell.
Yeah, but it's just fucking badass. Did you feel like at the end of the movie, when the whole set piece is happening on the ship and they're in the sky or whatever, and he shoots Ronan with the big ass gun,
yeah,
and then Ronan's back alive, and then all of a sudden Rocket comes through and flying the plane right into Ronan and hits him with it. Like, I wonder if that's good enough to kill him, and then he's still not dead. I felt like a little kid when I was playing with my toys, and I was like, oh, I gotta figure out a badass way to kill the bad guy because, you know, he's got this ring and he's full of power. How can I do this? Like, that's probably what I would have done with my fucking toys. Like, this movie is so exciting.
I would have thought that, but then I was like, he just got shot with a big fucking gun and he didn't die. So no, I don't think.
But he's got the gym.
Yeah, that stuff. By the way, how they did that, because they say, you know, a human can't hold the power of that or whatever. Just like Ronan like puts it into his hammer, which is awesome. Like you can see him, like he's struggling with it. He attaches it to his hammer.
That scene was so sick, dude.
And then, you know, of course, Peter Quill gets possession of the space gem. I'm going to call it the space gem because that's what it is. He gets possession of this gem, or the space gem, and, you know, if you can share the power, then, you know, you can survive it. And they all touch him and stuff. You just felt like a family. They just, you know, the Guardians, they really did. So they had this companionship they build up over the movie, and you can see the developing relationship forming.
Yeah.
And I felt like their family.
That one scene,
I felt like their family too.
Said it yourself with the Guardians of the Galaxy, bitch. When he said bitch, this movie went from a 9.5 to a 10 for me. That one little line in that one little scene, I was like, fucking 10.
I thought it was when that scene when he was like, when he was starting to dance in front of Ronan, and he was like, what are you doing? And then he's like, he's like, I've been distracting you, you turd blossom. That's when it shot to an 11.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Why you gotta top me?
Because it was, I had Now you're just destroying things for no reason. Your fucking father paid good money for that Iron Man rip-off mask. It's not rip-off. Tony Stark gave it to us. Okay, it was just everything about this movie was awesome. I didn't really see one thing wrong with it. The story was great. The characters were great. It's a little nitpicky things like there's too much action on screen sometimes. Well, there's just so much going on, but it's almost like saying there's too much sex at one time. He's like, I can't have a threesome right now. My dick is tired. Wait. Okay, let's go. It's like, you're doing that right there to her. Oh my God. Okay.
Well, it's 20 minutes. It's what I thought for a second there. I thought it was a bad thing because like it would go. I love every tiny little character. Like I was talking about, every little tiny character is so badass and awesome and funny and has so much charisma. This movie has more charisma than any movie I've ever seen.
Really does.
And every little character has so much charisma that when they go to these big action scenes, I'm almost disappointed that they're missing out on it. And all this shit's happening at once. We got to go here. We got to go to this person. And I'm like, I just want to focus on this person or that person or somebody specific. And it's not a complaint. What I realized, the reason it's still a 10, it's not a complaint because it just leaves you wanting more. Not that it didn't give you enough, but it leaves you wanting more.
Well,
and that's a good thing. Because I want to.
Yeah, but I understand exactly what you're saying. It's an example, a pure example of how if you make a great story, you don't need all this special effect shit going on. Like a lot of these directors will get out there and they'll say, "Oh my God, it's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's got to have a space battle. So let's just make all that shit and not worry about the script or characters." But they focus and develop that story so well, and that whole character line, you're just like, I want to see all them.
Yeah, and it's obviously CGI, but it looks good. The 3D looks good. The CGI looked good. It was just there was a couple of scenes like special effects scenes or really like landscapes that you were just like, oh my God, that's badass. So yeah, it's a fucking 10.
Well, it sets the tone immediately, right? Like right after the touching part with his mother dying, he turns on the music and he's walking through this alien planet. You think, you know, you're a human and you've seen, you know, this is all crazy, but he's, you know, he's dancing and kicking these little alien shit. He's just like,
sets the motherfucking tone.
And it's all in the backdrop of this music of like this 70s, mid to late 70s pop funk, and it just fits really well with the movie overall. I don't know. I mean, they played it a lot throughout the movie, and I was thinking at first that it's going to get tired pretty quick, but I was like, no. I want to hear it now.
Especially because even that had a meaning to it. I mean, that had a special little meaning to it, right in the cockles of your heart.
And that little package, by the way, you know, he opens up the present. It's Awesome Mix Volume 2.
I was so psyched about that because when you're watching it, and like that's cool that he has the tape and everything, but you're thinking it's a cassette tape. It's going to go bad. The Walkman's going to stop working, and then that's the only music he has, like one tape, and you like kind of feel bad about it, even though he enjoys it as much. Like I wish he kind of had more. He gets the second tape. I was actually like really psyched inside.
When's he going to go back to Earth and get an MP3 player?
Deep down inside. And if he came back to Earth now, then he'd have all the shitty music we have.
It really did come off the fucking pages.
Yeah.
Like every single one of them. They hit it so well on those tones, on all those characters, just like the Avengers. And the only reason why it's not as good as the Avengers is because the epicness of the Avengers, like it's Captain America, Thor, Hulk, all those guys.
Fucking Iron Man wasn't it? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can't, what are you going to do?
But this is so fucking badass close. If this movie came out before, I mean, it still wouldn't top Avengers, but I'm just saying.
And for somebody who doesn't know shit about any Marvel movies, or it doesn't know anything about doesn't have such close heart-cockle ties to the Avengers, this movie might be better than them. I don't even know. Comment below. Let us know what you guys think about that particular comment. Like, if someone never came into knowing any of these characters, like, it's Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously everybody was worried about this because they're not as popular as the Avengers. They will be now, maybe not as much as the Avengers, but still. If going into this, if you didn't know anything about the superheroes, which movie do you think you would like better? What do you think about David Bautista? What do you think about us giving this movie the perfect golden rainbow of a 10? Comment below. Let us know. What do you think about the after credit scene that we dislike so goddamn much?
Who do you think would win, Guy Fieri or Tony Robbins?
We watched a movie.